Hi, I'm Claire. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing here at Qualified, and I'm joined by Ryan O'Shea. He's the Director of Marketing Ops at Pendo, one of our amazing customers. Ryan, thanks so much for being here.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about nurture. It's really exciting that Piper's going to be able to start, essentially nurturing top of funnel leads all the way down through bottom of funnel leads. Pendo, a customer of Piper. You guys have been using Piper for a while. Your agent is named Penny, which I love. So first off, I'd love to learn a little bit about you and about Pendo, just to set the stage.
Right. So I lead the marketing operations team at Pendo, and part of my role is to use technology and AI to help make our go-to-market motions as efficient as possible. And Pendo is a software company that helps you measure and optimize the way your users are interacting with your software, and that could be software that you buy or software that you build. And now I've been working with nurture programs for a long time in my career, and frankly, it feels like the way we're building nurtures today is much the same as it's been over the last 10 to 15 years. So I'm really excited to learn more about the innovations that Qualified is coming up with to really put some new life into this channel, which it's been pretty similar for a long time.
Yeah. No, the pains that I think all as marketers have been experiencing with this, it's every marketer, I think, feels the same way about it, which is really interesting. It's such a big problem to solve. So let's dive into that a little bit. We're talking a lot about the challenges that marketers are facing when it comes to nurture. You're obviously a seasoned, experienced leader, as you mentioned, working with, many different nurture programs over the years. What are the pains and challenges you felt in your career with this process, with, following up with top of funnel leads and keeping them warm?
Absolutely. So, I think about it in much the same way that led us to an agent for the chat channel, whereas before we had to prescribe every question and every answer and every experience, and that was rather cumbersome. And that's really how it is on the lead nurture side as well. So you might have lots of different segments and groups of audiences that you give different messaging. You have to build out every email, write every word and build out all the images and the HTML and everything like that. And yes, we do lots of testing, we do lots of optimizing, but we still have to prescribe everything, build everything manually. And the more segmented your approach, then that doubles, triples, quadruples the amount of emails and work that you have to do. And so it's a very manual process, and a lot of members of our team spend a considerable amount of their bandwidth building these things, maintaining them, adding new content, measuring what works, and it's been that way for a long time.
Yeah, no, for sure. The manual aspect of it, and just all of the different permutations of potential ways you want to have that lead interact with your brand, your content. But it's obviously the marketer having to construct these journeys and spend so much time and resources, thinking of every different avenue, right, that lead could potentially take. When you think about Piper doing lead nurture, of being able to have this agent that you have already working across your most essential channel for inbound, which is the website, and Penny, who's your agent, she knows your messaging, your content, your positioning. She's just like an SDR on steroids. When you think about that agent becoming more proactive and reaching out to these top of funnel leads, keeping them warm, and reducing the manual effort for your team, what excites you, I guess, about that? The potential with using Piper for nurture.
It's being able to extend her knowledge. She's trained on all of our product messaging and how we want to speak to different target audiences. And so being able to extend that beyond the chat channel and beyond the website channel into email is really exciting, because it's extending work that's already been done. And we know that she is engaging with our website visitors in a very nuanced and very intelligent way. And so being able to extend that to nurtures, I think, really will allow our team, who is focusing on building manual experiences through the nurture program, they'll be able to operate more like nurture strategists and give Penny, in our case, guidance on kind of our messaging strategy for different audiences and where they are, but really allowing the agent then to build out those experiences and optimize continuously, so much better than we'd be able to do manually.
Yeah, I love that. Thinking about just like the existing workflows for your team. You mentioned like the effort and, your strategists today that are running these nurture programs. Like, are there particular areas you can think of where, Piper or Penny might start playing well? Yeah, just like what comes to mind, I guess, for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, for us, the way that we speak to different members of different departments can vary. I mentioned that we sell, that Pendo works on software that you buy, and that's going to be one certain audience. So it might be IT directors or operations teams, or for software that you build, which our target audience might be product managers. So the way we speak to these different audiences can be very different because the way they use the product can be different. And so being able to train an agent on those things so that she can intelligently speak to each of the different target audiences in a way that makes sense to them is a really powerful opportunity for us.
Yeah, the one-to-one personalization is a huge unlock. Awesome. Well, perfect. Ryan, thank you so much just for being here and for sharing your perspective on Nurture. It's been awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.